no bands. We're simply using our body weight. We're going to be working on a single leg at a time. So we want, again, to have something to support our balance so we do not have to worry about that on our own. You've got a chair as an option. You've got kitchen counters. You have knobs on dressers. You've got tabletops. I don't suggest using a bed unless you absolutely have to because it is so cushiony and you can't really hold on. Window seals sometimes work well. Basically, you want to be able to grab onto something as you balance on a single leg while bringing your torso down. So in this case, we're going to be using this chair. Key forms to watch out for. You're keeping your chest nice and high, as if you just got a nice set of boobs put in and you want to show them off to everybody. Your back is nice and flat, your shoulders are rolled back, your abdomen is nice and tight. Your leg that you're standing on is going to stay as straight as possible, always with a tiny sliver of a bend so that you're not locking out your knee, but as straight as you can possibly manage before the locking of the knee. As we go down, you're going to be creating the effect of also closing that car door with your butt. That allows a hip hinge, and this movement, this hip hinge, lengthens your glutes and your hamstrings, therefore allowing them to be the target muscle that we were using. So turn to your support system here, your stabilizing item. I'm going to pick up the back leg. Now I'm going to try to close the car door with my butt. Whoop, as I bring the torso down. It looks like we've done this movement, right? Good mornings, exact same, but you're on a single leg. And now you come back forward. If you're not feeling this right there, I want you to try to actively push your knee out to the side as you're moving through the movement. I want you to continuously keep the leg up that you're working with, but reduce the strain on that leg by preventing trying to keep it nice and straight or anything like that. Just relax that glute as you're going down. Keep your core nice and tight, but your chest up so it allows your lower back to bend just slightly while you straighten the rest of your back. If you go down and this creates a nice tight hamstring right here, this is enough. This movement is plenty. Some of you will be very flexible and you'll be able to just keep going to about here is great. You want to avoid using your stability item as a push off. We are simply pushing our butt against the car door while keeping this foot off the ground, pushing the car door, pushing the car door, pushing the car door, which causes our chest to naturally come down, keeping our chest nice and big, but our torso is naturally tilting and back up. Take this leg up, keep it up, but keep it nice and relaxed. Your standing leg, you're gonna close the car door with that butt. You're gonna use your stabilizing item simply for that. You're not gonna apply any weight on it. And you're gonna tighten your core, bring your chest nice and up, your back nice and flat. There is a natural arch at the bottom of your back. Tight core, take that butt back, try to touch the car door with it while keeping your standing legs straight. Come down as far as you feel a nice tight stretch. And the weight on your feet should be predominantly on the last half of it. So your heel and about halfway through your arch. And then you come up. Now, only go down as far as you need. If you go lower than is ideal, you'll start feeling it in your lower back. So just back off a little bit and don't go quite as low. Enough of these with your body weight and you will start feeling your leg shake like crazy. That is awesome. Keep going. Go until you can go no more. My toes do point out a little bit in this exercise and my leg is directly underneath my hip. So I am not trying to stand with my feet this close. Simply I'm standing about here and then I'm lifting this leg and going into the exercise. How can you make this harder? You can apply a little bit of challenge by holding on to weights in your hands. Now, when I say weights, you might not have weights in your hotel room or in your home, anything that weighs. So grab a backpack, fill it with stuff, put it on your back, and go down wearing a backpack on your back. But if you do this, make sure that you're keeping your chest nice and high. When you put weight on your back, you're more likely to do this. So you want to make sure you're nice and big chest, even if you have weight on your back like a backpack. Avoid wearing your backpack like this as you go down. This is not what we want. We want up. This is what we want if you have weight on your back or if you don't have weight on your back. What is another way that you can incorporate a little bit more resistance to the exercise? You can use your bands. So similar to the good mornings, you can introduce the long band. Standing leg has the band underneath it. You put it under your neck, right in that little cubby of your neck, like we discussed for good mornings. The leg that has no band is the leg that goes back. Stabilize, exact same form. Nice big chest will help you keep that band in place. Nice flat back, shoulders back, tight core, straight leg. The butt tries to close the car door, and you come back up. The bands that have more resistance will obviously create a bigger challenge. Now, how do you decrease the severity of this exercise when you're already using body weight? Well, you use your stabilizing item as a push-off. You've got to work with what you've got, and this is your starting point. That is 100% okay. This is your starting point. Work with it. Exact same exercise, but when you get to the bottom, just help yourself push off a little bit. Just a little bit. And every time you do it, push off a little less and a little less. And eventually you will find yourself not needing to push off at all, and you will simply be using it to stabilize yourself. Now, tricks of the game. Don't wear shoes. Whenever you do a leg workout, take your shoes off. You see, I'm barefoot, not because I like to film barefoot, but because I do my workouts barefoot when I'm dealing with things where I have to be stable on my feet. Leg workouts, stability is very important, so I go barefoot.